What's up, guys? My name is Wayne. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay, guys, today we will be discussing the downsides or the cons to doing NoFap. Now, I've done NoFap for over a year, and I have two retention streaks, one for 182 days and one for 120 days. So I'm somewhat of an expert in this arena. So without further ado, guys, let's go. First of all, guys, if you are new to my channel, I would love if you smash that subscribe button. I'm growing an amazing community on this channel. Now, guys, also follow me on Instagram at Wayne with 2 S's. I post some really fire content on that platform as well, so let's go. All right, guys, if you have not noticed thus far, I don't mess around. I don't BS. I don't do anything like that. So we are kicking this video off with the biggest absolute con possible to doing NoFap. Now, we're not talking about retention. We're not talking about anything like that. This is strictly NoFap, okay? So the biggest con, Joe Rogan actually mentioned this on his podcast as well, is that it can develop an sex addiction if you are that type of person. Now, the type of person that can develop this type of addiction on NoFap comes down to 2 things. One, if you have an addictive personality, and then the second is somebody who can actually get it. Now, if you watch this channel, hopefully you should be the men who are in the 10%, but it's typically 10% of the men date 90% of the women. So if you have plenty of access to the pool of women, and obviously you're just doing NoFap, this can be a real danger. So guys, obviously those will have you experiencing lots of hookup culture, and then cultivating relationships with people that you normally will never cultivate any sort of relationship with. You know, like people you don't like their personality, but you just have that chemistry. So guys, this will be detrimental in a couple of ways. Primarily, it's going to stop you from actually being with somebody of importance to you in the future. You know, like finding real love, finding your soulmate, whatever it may be. It's going to be much more difficult if you're tied up in that lifestyle. And now, guys, you will notice if you experience this lifestyle enough, you'll get to a point where you just feel completely unfulfilled. You feel completely drained. You almost just feel soulless. It's a very disgusting feeling getting to this point. The only type of energy exchange I want to have, and the only person who I think deserves my energy to begin with, should be my partner. You know, like these people who do that same thing to all these just random men every single weekend, they do not deserve your energy. So guys, don't just give your energy to anybody. This energy is very powerful. So if you're not going to give it to someone of importance to you, like a wife, like a partner, just save it for yourself. Hop on retention, guys, and just conserve all your energy. This is your creative energy. This is used to create ideas. This is used to create your empire. So instead of giving it to these women who don't deserve it, guys, save it for yourself. Save it for your future. So this is the first major con of doing NoFap, is that it can highlight an sex addiction that you may have never known about, especially if you had a addiction before. Because obviously, guys, once you take this out of the equation, then the only other way to get the end result is going to be with sex. So be very cautious of this, guys. This is the largest con. Okay, guys, con number 2, you become very OCD about NoFap and just your streak as a whole. So the longer you do this, guys, you just become very addicted to it almost. Like you feel like everything is a relapse. Like if you see some nudity on a TV show or a movie, like you think it's a relapse. If you have a wet dream, you think it's a relapse. You know, like you're constantly just thinking about this. You're keeping track of the days, which no one should be keeping track of the days, guys. That's like dieting and just planning to diet for 90 days, and then you're gonna go back to your terrible lifestyle. You know, like this should be a lifestyle change. We are using this tool to create the best absolute versions of ourselves. So guys, do not worry too much about the streak and don't overthink this entire process. Just integrate it into your life and allow it to flawlessly just be in the background of your life and just improve every aspect of your life without even thinking about it. You know, like just get to that point where it's just extremely effortless and just sustaining. So don't let it consume too much of your mental energy, because that's very counterproductive. We want to save that mental energy. We don't want to use that for creative ideas. So yeah, this is the second con to doing NoFap. Okay, guys, con number 3, you may experience anger issues and increased aggressiveness. So this can be good in terms of your goals. You know, like when it comes to your goals and just looking at yourself as a whole, you're going to call yourself out much more. If you're not on your purpose, you're going to be much more aggressive about it. That's whenever the aggressiveness can really come into play. It's about using that aggressiveness to create the best absolute version of yourself. Now, if you're not putting this into the right outlets, obviously this can be very dangerous. It's almost like a fire. So the wrong outlets is obviously going to be your friends, your family, maybe it's your partner, people who do not deserve this anger. So you need to really cultivate this anger. Maybe have like a meditation practice, you know, like you need something that just brings you complete zen. And if you're not exercising, if you're not killing yourself in the gym daily or a couple times per week at least, doing full body workouts, just crushing your body, then you need an outlet, guys. And exercising, in my opinion, is the best outlet. Building your physique is where a lot of this fire, a lot of this energy should go towards. And obviously just creating the best absolute version of yourself. That's where all this fire, that's where all this anger and aggression needs to be pushed into. So yeah, this can be a con if you don't know how to use it. So this is the third con of NoFap. Okay guys, the fourth con of doing NoFap is a bit similar to the last one, but it's going to be anxiety. Lots and lots of anxiety if you are not productive. So whenever you're doing NoFap, guys, you will have an overwhelming amount of energy. And if you do not put this energy, if you don't transmute it into productive things, your body gets very mad at you and it gives you an overbearing amount of anxiety. So if you're not on your purpose, if you just want to sit down on the couch, watch some movies, eat some pizza, like your body will literally just give you all this anxiety. So it almost forces you to be courageous. It forces you to be ballsy, or else you're just going to have that overbearing anxiety. I've noticed even like if you want to go talk to a woman, something like that, it will give you anxiety until you finally do it. You know, like, so that's what NoFap does to you. It will give you anxiety for the things that you know you need to do until you finally do it. It gives you that little push. And so if you're someone who wants to stay a lazy bum, you won't like NoFap because it's gonna make you get on your stuff, guys. It'll make you get on your purpose. It'll just force you to get on your grind, or else it will give you anxiety. So this is the fourth con to doing NoFap. And the fifth absolute con, this is almost personal preference, but it's going to be the wet dreams. I hate every single aspect of a wet dream. I don't like the dream itself. I don't like waking up completely drenched. I would prefer to be conscious for that type of thing. Now, obviously, you should know by this point that it's not a relapse and it's just excess of the stuff. You know, there's nothing bad. It's just the bad stuff. But I hate the feeling afterwards, and I hate having to shower at like 3 in the morning. Overall, the experience for me is very disgusting, and I wish I did not really have them. So, and there's obviously ways to prevent it, but they're still going to come up, especially if your testosterone is very high. It'll be very easy for it to just come up, okay? So this is the fifth con to doing NoFap. I hate wet dreams, and I don't know how you guys feel about them, but yeah, in my opinion, that's a con. All right, guys, once again, I'm a certified personal trainer. If anybody watching this needs help creating an aesthetic physique, getting a six-pack, anything like that, hit me up, link in the description box for your free consultation. Now, guys, please like this video if you enjoy this type of content to push it out into the YouTube algorithm, and also subscribe because I'm growing an amazing community on this channel. Now, I love each and every one of you guys who watch me, so peace, guys.